Hello, entrepreneurs, workplace innovators, friends who have big ideas and are trying to be as helpful as you can to contribute to your organizations. Consider, as you're trying to build out a problem statement, as you're trying to ground your ideas within business objectives, consider this worksheet that we created as a part of the Claris Engage content last year down in Austin, Texas. Consider this worksheet and whether you can apply some math and ideally collaborate with others to build out the case. Now, you may not be a professional kind of management consultant, as we are not as well. So this is more of kind of back of the napkin math, but you're taking it from back of the napkin or a little bit on the whiteboard chicken scratch, and you're trying to bump it up to the next level of fidelity. You're not trying to make it perfect, but you're trying to give it a certain structure and a framework that ultimately you can refer back to, that can not only build the case, but can also be a way to measure progress that's meaningful and tangible, that can scorecard from kind of where we're at to where we want to go. One of the easiest sort of categories to get started in is this idea of efficiency gains. Often companies will come to us and they'll say, we've got some issues. We're doing a lot of double entry. We're struggling with a lot of spreadsheets that are gap fillers because we're not satisfied with our ERP system. Okay, tell me more. Now, I don't want to, as their consultant, as their trusted advisor, I don't want to inject my own numbers. I just want to listen really well and to help articulate in some sort of framework what I'm hearing. Efficiency is the easiest spot to start because you can start to conjecture. My customer service department, I got 10 people in there, and I think that they could be doing a lot more than they currently are. Well, let's go ahead and try to put some rough number on it. I mean, is it like a 1% or a 5% efficiency gain, or is it's more? It's 20, it's 25%. Like, as the business doubles in the next 5 years, do you feel like you need to hire 20 more customer service reps, or could you do that new volume with the same team if you had different tools? Let's articulate that and put a few numbers behind it. So efficiency is a great spot to start. I like to just use rough round numbers for payroll. Don't forget to gross it up in terms of hiring and onboarding and benefits and everything else. The second easiest spot to start, which is kind of fun, is thinking about untapped opportunity. If we built this thing and we had our customers directly logged into this new app, boy, could we see that our repeat business numbers might go up. Well, again, let's try to envision an ideal scenario where we were incredibly successful with the tech. What are we actually saying we think is reasonable that might come as an outcome? Thirdly, and my personal favorite, what I've seen be the most powerful to articulate and may take some time to draw out, is mitigating risks. Well, what happened in the last 6 to 12 months? You've told me that there's been some challenges with the accuracy in your system, but from a business perspective, why does that matter? Help me understand why those inaccuracies caused actual issues. Well, we can send the wrong information to a different counterparty. Well, do you have a good example of that? Well, yeah, we actually failed our organic audit last year because we didn't have the right traceability in the system that was correct and that tied back. The consultants came in and charged us an arm and a leg. Do you know how much they charged you? We actually do, yeah. So we've had X amount of significant blunders in the last 24 months, and that's cost us Y. So again, if you can do some really good, deep, rich listening, if this is helpful for you to think about efficiencies, opportunities to do more, and risk mitigation, that's fantastic. The last thing I would say on this exercise is that we can't then, at the end of this whole process, use it for kind of like ROI selling. Your colleagues, your boss, the board, the owner, your partners may give you a big old eye roll on that, right? So you you've used some conjecture in here, and that serves a certain purpose that is very purpose specific, and it's very earnest and honest. But it can't necessarily therefore be extrapolated to say, look, we're gonna say, we're gonna save $1 million here, and it's only gonna cost us whatever, right? So this is a way to kind of rough t-shirt size. Are we talking about something that's small, medium, or large in terms of the impact of our business? And how do we, really hit with a heat-seeking missile, hit the center of the bullseye of the target, what's really gonna move the needle? That's what this exercise is about, and I hope you love it. Thank you.